say to black aldermen who are elected by the black citizens of Chicago that we are fed up with you not hearing our stress and our demands, but rather do what you want to do to please the Democratic Party. We are fed up with you for not taking the lead to stop the buses. We are fed up with you for not demanding of Brandon Johnson to remove illegal immigrants from our communities. And we're also here to say we are denouncing Alderman William Hall and Lamont Robinson for going to the border to look into the eyes of illegal immigrants, but has failed to look into the eyes of homeless black men, women, and children, and other citizens of Chicago. We have veterans who have served this country who are homeless. Have you looked into their eyes? Alderman Yancy, Alderman Hall, Alderman Robinson, there are 68,440 homeless people in Chicago. We have black school-aged children sleeping in cars. Have you looked into their eyes? No, you have not. Yet illegal immigrants are sleeping in hotels in the city of Chicago paid by the citizens of Chicago. The white corporate-dominated news media have been unwilling to discuss the role that has never happened before about how immigration is contributing to deteriorating economic and social conditions for blacks who live on the south and west side of Chicago. If this mass increase of immigration continues, all wages and employment for black workers and potential workers will fall. Our position is that we will not quietly sit by and allow poor, destitute people from around the world come to Chicago and be dumped into poor, destitute communities in the city of Chicago to please the political agenda of black aldermen, the mayor of the city of Chicago, and the governor of the state of Illinois, as well as the president of the United States.
Exactly.
So based on all of that, we feel as if it's time for us to act. So these are our demands for black aldermen in this city, for the mayor in this city, and for the governor of the state of Illinois. Number one, we want the mayor to sign the executive order immediately ending sanctuary cities. Remove illegal immigrants from our communities. We demand of the mayor and aldermen to not allow any more busloads of illegal immigrants into the city of Chicago. We demand that the aldermen vote no on the budget that includes an additional $150 million or more, or any amount for immigrants, because these are taxpayers' dollars. We demand a funded office of freedmen for black descendants of American chattel slavery. We support the candidacy of Republicans, Independents, and Democrats who oppose sanctuary cities. We demand that you support Illinois African American for equitable redistricting map and Standing Committee for Black Student Achievement. And we demand that the land grab of senior citizens' homes and to replace us with illegal immigrants. Those are our demands. And this is what we expect our elected officials to do. They are not representing us. They are representing everybody else but us. Illegal immigration and everything else. We voted for you to get into these positions of power so that you can represent our interests, and we have concluded that you're not representing our interests, and we are organizing. We are organizing to remove any politician, black, white, otherwise, if you're not going to represent the interests of black people in the city of Chicago.
Can I say something?
Any questions from anyone?
Oh, okay. Any questions?
Okay.
Hello, my name is Sister Erica, and I'm here to state to Governor Krista, to President Joe Biden, to Brandon Johnson, that we need to shut down this sanctuary city policy. We need the southern border to be secured. If you all do not adhere to our demands, we will be using home rule to shut down sanctuary city policies. It does not make sense that Ukraine's border is being protected from Russia by America, but our border is wide open to any and everyone that wants to cross it. You have people crossing the borders that are murderers, pedophiles, rapists, thieves, sleeper cells, terrorists, and all of the above. We don't feel safe with you dumping all of these people in our communities. We don't have the resources that we need. You are using our tax dollars, and you have the audacity to tell us that we must make sacrifices for people that broke into the country. I don't think so. And for people that did not cast one vote for you, I don't think so. So it's time for you all to get your priorities together. And we're going to force you to get your priorities together. We will be using home rule to shut down this sanctuary city policy. Mayor Hale Washington put sanctuary city policy in with an executive order. Brandon Johnson can end it with an executive order right now if that's what he wanted to do. And there's nothing inside of sanctuary city policy that says Brandon Johnson has to keep taking these buses in daily. So Brandon Johnson, it's time for you to stop the deception and get yourself together.
Yeah.
And we understand that this comes from the top, from the President of the United States. This could not be happening without the sanctioning of the United States government, which is headed by Joe Biden today. You're bringing, as I said earlier, you're bringing destitute poor people from around the world to dump them in the black communities in Chicago that are poor and destitute. That has to stop. And we will not stand by and allow it to continue. And we have one other person who's going to speak.
Good evening. My name is Carter Truss, and I come standing with my sisters and brothers here on the South Side, and I am here from the Austin community. And one of the things that I want to talk about is the money. Let's talk about the money that is being spent. I think that there needs to be a federal audit against the company that we have contracted out to take care of the migrants. We have nurses that are being paid $64,000 a month. We have security officers that are being paid as much as $24,000 a month. We have home health care workers that are being paid up to $17,000 a month. You don't think that Chicagoans could have benefited from that? We have citizens in this city that have been on the waiting list for affordable housing for years, and migrants have been bumped in front of them. We have people who have been given up to $9,000 a month for housing assistance. That amount of money can be life-changing for some families here in the city of Chicago. We are not anti-migrant. We do sympathize with them. But what I am is I am pro-black. I am for my people who have been mistreated, who have been marginalized, who have been disrespected. And it is disrespectful for people to expect us to give up our parks and our schools and places in our community for others. We're not saying that there's not room here, but what we are saying is that we are not going to step aside for you to accommodate them when you have continued to leave us out of the equation. So I'm not just talking to Brandon Johnson right now. I'm talking to Governor Pritzker, and I'm talking to President Biden. And I want you to understand that as we run into this upcoming political year, where the Democratic Party is on the menu, hear me. People of Chicago, of Illinois, and of the United States, it is time for us as black people to stop voting party. Come on. It is time for us to stop voting color. It is time for us to start voting our self-interest. And if the Democrats in the city of Chicago, the state of Illinois, and the country of USA refuses to listen to us, then it is time for us to start looking at other alternatives. People, we are looking at other alternatives. We will not step aside and continue to be mistreated. We will not continue to be disrespected. I'm looking at people who are coming here from another country, giving work visas, giving social security cards. Nobody is asking them what walk of life that they come from. You don't think that our brothers who have been in prison, who have come out and who have changed their lives, will benefit for the same opportunities that we're giving these migrants? And I'm not saying that they don't deserve those opportunities, but what I am saying is we deserve them first. What I am saying is you can't continue to put us on the back burner and think that we're going to continue to be okay with it. We've done that for long enough. And what we're saying here today is that is no longer acceptable. We're saying to our city, we're saying to our governor that you're not going to continue to set monies aside for people who don't live here and disrespect, mistreat, and forget about us. You've forgotten about us. You have treated us as if we don't matter. And we're saying to you, you're not going to continue to do this. We're saying to you to see us. You're dumping people into our communities who are going to at some point move us out of the way. And what I say to you, if you want a glimpse into what's going to happen, look at how people of color are being treated in Venezuela right now. We seem to forget that Venezuela was one of the first places that had African slaves that they were taken to. We're forgetting about that. And so we're forgetting that there are blacks in Venezuela who are being treated the same way we are. And so for us to expect that they're going to come here and be put into our society and treat us differently is a pipe dream. So we're saying we're not accepting this, people. We're not accepting it laying down. We want you to hear us, to understand us. We're saying to our elected officials, don't miss the opportunity to sit down and talk to us and ask us what we need. Don't miss the opportunity to hear our voices because we're crying out loudly and we're continuing to be ignored. And I say to you, to all of our elected officials, now is the time to come and to sit down and talk with us and have a conversation about a black agenda. Because see, there's an agenda for non-citizens of this United States. They have an agenda. If you look at the elected school board law, there's an agenda for non-citizens. Where is the agenda for black people? You don't have one. So if you want us to continue to support you, you better come and sit down and talk to us about our agenda. Because we have an agenda for black people in these United States.
That's right.
Say and spell your first and last name.
My name is Kata, C-A-T-A, last name Truss, T-R-U-S-S.
You're a resident, right?
I am a resident of the Austin area.
Ms. Lewis, can you say and spell your first name?
My name is Doris, D-O-R-I-S, Lewis, L-E-W-I-S.
What organization?
Black Citizens Chicago.
Who else spoke? Say and spell your first name? Oh.
Sister Erica, E-R-I-C-A.
What organization?
Black Citizens of Chicago.
Thank you.
We got one more person.
All right.
Good afternoon. My name is Jessica Jackson, and I'm a member of the community over here on the south side. I want to say that this problem is bigger than any alderman that's sitting in city council. This is an attack on the black community by the Democratic Party, and it's an attack on the citizens of this city. Our rights are being violated. Our civil rights are being violated. There is no law that allows for non-citizens to come into our communities, force themselves into our communities, force themselves into public accommodations, force themselves into schools that could have been open for our children. The constant discrimination against black people has to stop. I'm at the city council meetings all the time. I have yet to see any black official, any Hispanic official, any white official stand up and say that this is a violation against the civil rights of our citizens in this city or the citizens in Chicago, in the United States of America. We had an incident day before yesterday with a young man named Michael Young Bay, who was doing what many of you are doing right now, filming in a public building in City Hall, filming a public official, Alderman Greg Mitchell. Greg Mitchell did not like being filmed, and he made an aggressive attack on Michael. Michael went to jail. He went to jail because he asked to file a report on Greg Mitchell. Now, we all witnessed a few days before then where the Brighton community had an attack against that alderman. No arrests were made. We all witnessed when the Palestinians were protesting in City Hall about the war between Palestine and Israel. We witnessed them jumping and fighting the police. No arrest was made. It's all anchored in the fact that those people, they have a whole different political platform than black people do. Those people have protections from their countries. They have embassies, they have consulates. The United States is in treaties with these people, all kind of deals. So America handles them lightly. Black America only has the United States of America for our government, and our government is failing us. We fought for the civil rights laws in this country. We fought for the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment. We fought for the freedoms of this country, and yet we're the last ones that's reaping the benefits of it. I was told by Alderman Stephanie Coleman that the money for the Southwest Side Invest, the $320 million that's supposed to be earmarked, which we later found out was $2.2 billion. She tells me that that money is a hoax. Well, if it's a joke, you need to go find our real money, because there's no way in the world that the black citizens of this city does not have real money in the pot of the city of Chicago. Where's our money? Why are we constantly being told that things have to be studied? Reparation has to be studied. Reparations was in order since 1865. How much studying must the Democratic Party do? Where's our money? Where's the money for the economic development of our communities? Why is it that we're being put in a position for the immigrants to come into our community? They're going to get money, and they're going to get money to open small businesses. And they're going to open those small businesses in these communities. And then our people are going to be forced to buy from them after they've invaded our country and invaded our neighborhoods. We say no to all of this. We say no to all of this. And we're asking that the governor stop demanding, thank you for the correction, we're demanding that Governor Pritzker, that he exercise his governor rights, like we see the Florida governor exercising his. We see the Texas governor exercising his. But now when you get to Illinois, all of a sudden, our governor can't do anything except for acceptance. Is he a man or a mouse? We want what's entitled to us in this country. We're demanding that Governor Pritzker turn those buses around. We're demanding that Brandon Johnson stop allowing those Hispanic aldermen, the deputy mayor of immigration, migrants, and refugees, I believe her last name is De Leon, and that DeSantis, why are they not speaking about this? Because they too are monetarily benefiting from it. People need to stop getting rich off the back of black people and give us our rights and give us our money.
I want my money.
Make sure you say Spanish.
Come on back. Say your first and last name. Spell it first.
My name is Jessica Jackson. Jessica Jackson. JACKSON.
Are you with a specific organization?
I'm part of the Black Citizens of Chicago.
Thank you.